Hi guys, welcome back once again to this channel. Episode 7 of this series of wrestling most obscure DVDs and Blu-rays, which I'm going through random wrestling DVDs and Blu-rays to see what they're all about, so you don't have to sit through the torture of them just in case they're really bad or you don't know what to expect. But this time on this episode we have the unreal story of pro wrestling. And we have Hogan and Stone Cold on the front there twice. Can you see them again in the background as well, which is a bit strange, but still, we'll go with it. This was released by A&E, a company that I'm kind of familiar with. I've seen them release a few DVDs in recent years as well in the United States. I can't really remember any titles off the top of my head right now. I'm pretty sure there may have been Legends ones, but I don't want to confirm that in case I'm wrong. Like Legends bios or something it was, Wrestling Legends, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I am familiar with them. I'm not too sure about IMC Vision though. I'm not pretty sure of seen anything they've put out before until now. There's the disc, and we have the spine there, and the back. So this had an E certificate here in the UK, which is exempt from BBFC classification. Bit of glare there, sorry guys, sort that out. It's really bright in this room today, as you would expect being summer and that. So, with its outrageous characters, over-the-top spectacular, hard-hitting and mat-slapping action, it is the world's favourite guilty pleasure. This programme examines the world's sweatiest showdowns between the good, the bad and the downright ugly, learning sensational secrets, the gimmicks, the rules, if there are any, of one of the most unfailing and captivating professions in the world. This program also includes action and interviews with some of the best and beefiest legends in the world of pro wrestling: Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Vince McMahon, Kane, Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, plus many more. So yeah, no screenshots on the back of this one, guys. This is what got me a bit worried about putting this one in the DVD player. I thought I was going to end up with another one of those As Hard as the Rock or whatever it was called from episode 1 kind of fucking DVDs. But never judge a DVD by its cover. Yes, they could have not been as lazy and put some screenshots maybe on there, but that's how they've done it. That's how they've designed the cover. So first of all, before I get into it all, I'll say this must have been filmed in the late 90s. I haven't actually had a look yet. Sorry, it's a 100-minute runtime as well. I don't know if you can see that because the glare in this room is so... There you go, 100-minute runtime. 1998. Yeah, I thought so. And this DVD release was 2004. So yeah, it made sense for it to be around the late 90s because they were showing clips from WCW Nitro and WWF Raw from like the late 90s. And yeah, that kind of makes sense now. Yeah, they did show quite a bit of that. But they... so what this is then, guys, it's like a documentary covering wrestling. If you're new to wrestling, you want to know what a crowd pop is and what turning heel is, what a baby face is, all that kind of wrestling talk. They explain that all in here, and they focus mainly for 100 minutes on early 1900s wrestling, like all the really really old stuff, how it all began and everything. I didn't mind that. I'm grateful for all of that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the wrestling we have today. But it can come across boring, I guess, if you're not the kind of person who finds like the history of wrestling exciting or wants to learn about the ins and outs of the industry. It's almost like an encyclopedia of wrestling, I guess. Yeah, we did have like contributions from, as they said, like Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, And it's good to see them on there, but they don't really talk on there for long. It's only like, I don't know, like 10, 20 seconds each, maybe 30 seconds each here and there, plus other wrestlers as well. And it's very well put together, I must admit. It's a smart idea, but I wasn't sure if it was for me or not, to be honest. But I highly recommend it to somebody who would want to know the ins and outs of the industry. And this was like 25 years ago, as it said on the back, like 1998. So yeah, 25 years, 25-year-old documentary. Sorry guys, get my words out then. So yeah, that's there's not a lot else I can really say about this one, to be honest, guys. It's like I said, it's not awful, not at all. It's not awful. It's helpful. It's useful, especially if you want to brush up on your wrestling knowledge of knowing what certain things are and how the industry works. And it also talks about, like, wrestling moves and how to put someone over, and just little things like that. And it's well put together. As I said, it's just not what I was expecting. I when it said the unreal story of pro wrestling as well, I kind of thought, oh right, so they're gonna say like, oh, did you know it's fake and all that other shit, and just like expose all the moves and how they do them, and all that kind of shit, and just really shit all over the wrestling industry. But that's not the case at all. It's a useful wrestling guide, I guess, but it won't be for everybody, honestly, guys. Something that baffled me is I noticed this got a US release as well with the same name, and it's got Austin and Hogan on the front cover of that, and it had like a white cover. But the strange thing is, I don't think it must be the same documentary, because it said on the back of their of the US cover, it said narrated by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Or maybe it could be, and they decided to get Austin to narrate all the way through, and that'd be good if that's the case. Maybe this would have turned out different if we had Austin narrating this one instead of the dude we got. I don't know who it was, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one, guys. It's completely left me not speechless. I just don't really have a lot to talk about with it. I thought I was going to be talking loads about it, to be honest, but I don't really have a lot else to say. If you have any questions about it, I can answer them in the comments, but there really isn't a great deal. If you want to check it out, by all means check it out. I'm going to be as fair as I can and give it a score of 6 out of 10. Not because it's an average DVD or anything. It's useful. Like I said, it's knowledgeable, but it's not going to be for everybody. It is going to be, like I said, it's going to be boring for most wrestling fans, I would have thought. I found parts of it quite boring just to sit through the stuff I already knew and everything else. It's very slow for 100 minutes. But yeah, 6 out of 10, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Is this one you've seen already, or you're going to pick this one up? Please give me a thumbs up. It helps with my videos and helps with my channel, and I appreciate that. And it also lets me know where I'm going wrong and where I can improve on things. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. That really helps to help my channel grow as well, and encourages me to make more content like this. But yeah, this one, for this episode, guys, I can't really say much more about that. Next up, we have World of Sport, which was on ITV in the 80s. The best of ITV wrestling, A to Z, presented by Dickie Davis. Looking forward to that one. I kind of know some of the things about World of Sport. I didn't really grow up watching it when it was on at that kind of time in the 80s. I think I may have watched 1 or 2 episodes on repeat in the early 90s, if it was repeated. I can't remember, but I do remember seeing a few things here and there to do with ITV wrestling. I did have a DVD given to me free with the Legends of Wrestling game years ago, and it had an episode on that as well, I think, and it had Kendo Nagasaki, the dude on the front there with the mask, unmasking. if I remember rightly. But I'll include all of that in when I do the episode for that one, if that's something that interests you guys. And then after that episode, we got Juggalo Championship Wrestling Volume 1 episode to look forward to as well. I hope you check those 2 episodes out when I do those, guys. I'll be very grateful. But yeah, that is the unreal story of pro wrestling review. Sorry, I couldn't do a much better job than that, guys. There's not a lot else to say about it. You all stay safe. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Well, you'll see me in the next one, kind of. Well, you hear my voice, but you know what I mean. Stay safe, guys. Catch you again soon. Goodbye for now.